Today, I begin a personal journey into a topic that has fascinated many for centuries, the practice of semen retention. Over time, ancient traditions merged with modern lifestyles to create a stirring narrative of self-control and mindful living. I decided to explore what happens if one dedicates an extended period of time, 2 years, to practicing the art of semen retention, a journey that promised both discipline and unexpected transformation. In this video, I share my experiences, challenges, and the gradual shifts in my mental and physical state as I embarked on this path. From the start, I felt intrigued and cautious in equal measure. I had read accounts that described the journey not merely as abstaining from sexual release, but as a way to conserve energy, improve focus, and unlock hidden potentials within the body and mind. As I set out on this personal experiment, questions flooded my mind. Would the cultural significance of ancient practices still resonate in today's fast-paced world? Could the lessons of mindfulness and energy conservation contribute to a healthier, more balanced lifestyle? My exploration was grounded in a blend of historical context and modern scientific curiosity. I studied records of ancient sages who believed that conserving semen could lead to increased vitality and improved clarity. I reflected on personal experiences of emotional ups and downs, seeking ways to take control of my energy and channel it into growth and creativity. The decision to dedicate 2 years of my life to this practice was not made lightly, as it involved embracing a lifestyle change that many might find daunting. In sharing this narrative, I invite you to understand that this journey is as much about self-discovery as it is about discipline. I recall the initial moments when the idea sparked a mixture of excitement and hesitation, the same conflicting feelings many experience when stepping into uncharted territory. Whether you are a skeptic or an enthusiast, my story offers insights into how ancient wisdom can meet present-day challenges in a meaningful way. As I reflect on these early moments, I realize that this personal experiment is more than a test of self-control. It is a journey towards a deeper understanding of my own limits and potential. Every day has brought revelations that challenge my preconceived notions and gradually pave the way for a more conscious and disciplined way of living. Now, this sets the stage for what follows. Embarking on this 2-year journey, I felt both excitement and trepidation as I committed my life to practicing semen retention. At the onset, every day presented a mix of routine and challenge, with each morning bringing a quiet determination, and each evening leaving room for reflection on the day's successes and struggles. Over time, the commitment grew into a vital part of my daily life, intricately woven into every aspect of my routine. During the initial months, I encountered numerous emotional and physical hurdles that tested my resolve. Simple impulses to break the commitment surfaced unexpectedly, challenging me to rethink my understanding of desire and self-control. These moments were not filled with regret or frustration, but they served as essential lessons in patience and perseverance. It was a continuous process of learning where every minor setback became an opportunity to recalibrate my focus and renew my determination. As months turned into a year, subtle changes began to take shape in both my outlook and my habits. I noticed a newfound clarity in my thoughts, and my emotional responses became calmer and more measured. The experience gradually shifted the balance of my energy, channeling it towards creativity, intellectual pursuits, and healthier social interactions. I started to appreciate the calm that came from controlling impulses, and in doing so, I discovered a reservoir of strength I previously overlooked. As I moved further along in this journey, I began to document my experiences meticulously. Journaling every thought, emotion, and physical sensation helped me observe patterns and realize the deeper layers of transformation at work. I recorded instances of mental clarity emerging during times of reflection, as well as moments when the practice tested my willpower to its limits. Each page was a mirror reflecting the progress I was making, however gradual it sometimes appeared, and a reminder of my commitment to change. In the later stages of the 2nd year, a transformation became evident. I found myself not only mastering the practice of semen retention, but also realizing its positive ripple effects across various dimensions of my life. The discipline extended beyond resisting impulses. It fostered a heightened awareness of personal goals, improved relationships, and a sustainable sense of well-being. I experienced enhanced concentration during creative projects, a boost in physical stamina during workouts, and a serene inner voice that guided me in making thoughtful decisions. Although challenges persisted, the overall journey had reshaped my priorities and deepened my understanding of self-care. Every step of this journey presented its own set of revelations. There were times when the lure of everyday temptations felt overwhelming, but each encounter reinforced my commitment and taught me the value of restraint. I embraced moments of solitude where introspection took center stage, using these quiet interludes to connect with my inner self. It was during these reflective periods that I realized the true essence of perseverance and the art of managing desires with wisdom rather than force. The experience gradually unveiled layers of personality and emotion I had not previously explored, broadening my perception of strength and vulnerability. Longer periods of focused discipline encouraged me to adopt new practices, such as meditation and mindful breathing, which complemented the retention practice and nurtured a balanced lifestyle. In reflecting on this expansive journey, I found that every struggle served as a stepping stone towards deeper self-awareness and growth. The process, with its ups and downs, ultimately revealed a newfound resilience and a redefined notion of personal success, one that is measured not in immediate rewards, but in the steady progress over time. Every challenge enriched my journey with deep meaning. Navigating the dual landscape of benefits and challenges, my journey with semen retention unfolded as a constant interplay of progress and resistance. The positive changes were subtle at first, but gradually transformed into vibrant shifts in my energy, emotions, and mental acuity. From developing a greater sense of inner calm to experiencing improved focus during demanding tasks, my day-to-day life began to reflect unexpected rewards. Emotionally, I felt more in tune with my feelings, as if the practice had opened new channels for understanding and managing my reactions. Physically, I experienced enhanced stamina and vitality that built up over time. Each day of disciplined practice brought a steady increase in my energy levels, allowing me to tackle daily challenges with renewed vigor. The gradual sharpening of focus was accompanied by a noticeable improvement in overall clarity and decision-making abilities. This new vitality was not solely confined to periods of high productivity. It also permeated my rest and recovery, contributing to better sleep patterns and a more balanced physical state. Despite these benefits, the journey was not without its challenges. Moments of intense desire often emerged, testing the strength of my commitment. Social situations occasionally brought temptations that required extra mindfulness and self-awareness. There were instances when the strain of abstaining led to bouts of frustration and self-doubt. However, every challenge was met with a learning experience that gradually enriched my understanding of self-discipline and personal growth. The obstacles, rather than deterring me, served as a catalyst for refining my approach and deepening my resilience. Every benefit and challenge interwove to create a tapestry of personal development. I learned that the rewards of self-discipline were not merely external improvements, but internal transformations as well. The benefits extended to increased self-confidence and a more mindful engagement with everyday life. The practice fostered a delicate balance between physical vitality and emotional steadiness, showing me that maintaining restraint can unlock hidden potentials in unexpected ways. Over time, a deep sense of pride emerged, knowing that each struggle contributed to a stronger, more resilient version of myself. Through this intricate journey, I discovered that the path to self-improvement is paved with both light and shadow. While the benefits of increased energy, focus, and emotional balance provided daily motivation, the challenges served as reminders that growth is rarely linear. Each setback was an opportunity to re-examine my motivations and align my actions with a long-term vision of wellness. The interplay between the highs of achievement and the lows of momentary weakness enriched my personal narrative, carving out a story of perseverance and transformation. By embracing both the positive outcomes and the obstacles, I realized that every aspect of this practice was an invaluable teacher. Ultimately, the benefits and challenges coalesced to forge a deeper understanding of my own capabilities. To deepen my understanding of semen retention, I turned to scientific research and historical texts that shed light on its effects. Researchers have explored the intricate links between hormonal balance and mental clarity, noting that periods of retention may influence levels of testosterone and overall energy. While scientific explanations remain varied, many studies have hinted at the possibility of improved focus and reduced stress as the body adapts to a new rhythm of energy conservation. Parallel to this, I explored cultural and historical accounts that celebrated semen retention as a sacred practice. Ancient traditions from diverse regions often highlighted the practice as a means to achieve higher states of consciousness and self-mastery. Historical texts described revered sages who embarked on prolonged periods of restraint, believing that such discipline fostered spiritual growth and physical well-being. This cultural legacy provided an enriching backdrop, suggesting that the benefits I experienced might be linked to wisdom gathered over centuries. Socially, my journey revealed a mixed spectrum of opinions. In contemporary discussions, semen retention evokes both admiration and skepticism. On one side, modern enthusiasts advocate for it as a route to improved mental performance and enhanced personal relationships. On the other, critics argue that the scientific grounding of such benefits remains inconclusive. This divergence of perspectives resonated with me, as I recognized that personal experience and scientific inquiry often follow different paths. Nonetheless, the practice has sparked meaningful conversations about the importance of self-discipline and the potential impact of ancient wisdom on modern life. Throughout this exploration, I maintained an open mind, taking from both scientific studies and cultural lore. I observed that while empirical evidence continues to evolve, the narrative of semen retention is deeply interwoven with personal transformation and social debate. The historical insights enriched my experience, inviting me to see beyond the surface of a controversial practice and appreciate its broader implications. Delving deeper, I encountered various viewpoints that integrated scientific reasoning with personal experience. I came across scholars who meticulously examined the biochemical effects of prolonged semen retention on mental alertness and metabolic rates. Their research, while not universally accepted, complemented the rich cultural traditions that have long celebrated the practice. I was fascinated to learn that regions with historical practices of retention often reported enhanced creativity and even a perceived sense of spiritual clarity among its practitioners. Observing these correlations, I could not help but ponder the interplay between the empirical and the anecdotal, recognizing that both shape our understanding of well-being in significant ways. As I reflect on these diverse insights, I remain convinced that the dialogue between science and tradition not only enriches our understanding, but also inspires us to explore the depth of human potential. Looking back on my 2-year journey of semen retention, I see a narrative that intertwines discipline, transformation, and enduring personal growth. The experience has reshaped not only my daily routines, but also my core understanding of self-mastery. Every day was a blend of challenges and rewards, a constant balancing act between desire and control. I have learned that true progress is not measured by immediate outcomes, but by the quiet victories that occur when one listens to the inner voice of resilience. As I reflect on the journey, I recognize that the benefits, such as heightened clarity, improved focus, and deeper emotional balance, have gradually redefined my existence. At the same time, the persistent challenges served as reminders that life is a continuous cycle of testing limits and expanding horizons. Moments of doubt and struggle illuminated the value of self-discipline and the power of perseverance. In every setback, I found seeds of growth, and in every moment of triumph, I discovered renewed hope for the future. Throughout the entire journey, I embraced both the victories and the setbacks as integral components of my evolution. I learned that self-improvement is rarely a linear path, but rather a winding road filled with unexpected detours and valuable lessons. The practice of semen retention challenged me to confront deep-seated habits and reorient my focus toward long-term goals. In the process, I discovered that every moment of restraint was an investment in building a stronger, more purposeful self. Looking toward the future, I feel a renewed sense of purpose in pursuing personal growth. The lessons learned from this extensive practice offer a roadmap for approaching life with greater mindfulness and intention. I plan to integrate the discipline I have cultivated into other areas of my routine, allowing the benefits of this journey to radiate into every endeavor I undertake. I remain open to further explorations that deepen my connection with both ancient wisdom and modern practices. In retrospect, the journey was transformative, revealing that control over one's impulses is an art nurtured over time. The fusion of self-discipline with newfound insights has left a lasting imprint on my identity. I take comfort in knowing that the struggles faced and overcome have cemented a foundation for ongoing self-improvement. This practice has been a mirror, reflecting both my weaknesses and untapped strengths, teaching me that resilience is born out of persistence and faith in the process. Reflecting on the journey, I acknowledge that the transformation was not confined to a single aspect of life. Instead, it permeated my emotions, thoughts, and actions in a holistic manner. Each day presented a lesson in patience and introspection, gradually reshaping my long-held beliefs and habits. I found that the discipline of retention served as a catalyst for exploring new interests, sparking creativity, and even strengthening interpersonal relationships. This multifaceted impact has reaffirmed my belief that dedicated self-care practices can nurture both the mind and the body simultaneously. I now approach life with a renewed perspective, one that values the slow, steady progress achieved through intentional actions over time. Every step taken on this journey has reinforced the idea that enduring change is the product of consistent effort and conscious reflection. Standing at this crossroads, I embrace the lessons of the past and look forward with cautious optimism. My journey has taught me that true transformation is an evolving process, one that invites continuous reflection, discovery, and the pursuit of balance. With each passing day, I carry forward the wisdom gained and the lessons learned. My heart is full of gratitude for the journey that has transformed my life and illuminated new paths ahead.